Good morning. It is Tuesday and I've come back from a hen do pretty late last night, so yeah, still waking up a bit. It's 7 a.m. I'm just about to head up to the house. We've got a really busy week. I feel like I'm always saying with a busy week, but that's a good busy week. Today, painters are arriving. I've got a meeting with the conservation officer at 10 to go around the house. She's been before, but just want to kind of refresh a few things. We also have the plasterer coming to quote. We actually did have one quote for a plasterer, which took my breath away. This is for a lime plasterer. Now, what they do is, I'm not taking it away from them, it's specialised, it's very hard, they have to put a few different layers on, there's a lot of work involved, but we got quoted £72,000 for a plasterer. So we're getting some of the quotes. So we've got another chap coming today to give us a quote, so yeah, hopefully we can start to get that booked in, because I think when the plaster goes on you can actually start to think about paint and decorating and all the actually beautiful bits. So yeah, busy week. We're also on a massive countdown to the Summer Fete, which is at the end of June, which is basically a garden party that we're throwing for friends and family. We did it last year, it rained, it was hilarious. Hopefully this year we get better weather, but we really want to have the house painted and the scaffolding down by then. But in order to do that, there's a lot of pointing and a lot of different things we've got to do. So yeah, wish us luck.
Yeah.
These are nice and clean, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not bad actually. Well done!
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Up on the scaffolding, you can see Rob behind me mowing the orchard. It looks amazing now. We've got Lloyd, you can see, who's doing the lawns at the front of the house. And then if I go this way, can we see... Okay, you can't really see them. Driv and Shireen, who are doing some of the flaunching of the chimneys. So yeah, it's a busy day here, because also the weather turns awful tomorrow, so everyone's trying to panically get everything done they can today. Around the back of the house, we've got Mark and Dave doing a fantastic job of painting all the white trim and basically making good what I did a really hash job at. Yeah, it's going to look so brilliant when this is all finally painted. I've got to finish off painting the gables around the side, but all three of them here for the next few days, so we're going to have a really good productive time on the house. You can see the back of the house is pretty much done. They're going to go over and do another coat on everything, and they've got a few windows around the right hand side that need a final bit of prep work, that's a bit beyond me, and to be honest I've just kind of lost the will to live a bit with scraping off lead paint. So there's only two left and I've pretty much scraped off most of it. They just need a final bit of prep, so they're going to do them and then paint them on Monday. You can see here the guttering, which I've been getting off and jet washing and painting. So all the guttering on this side of the house is done and fixed. There's a lot that was rusty. Jack's kind of mended what he can. We've got to replace what we can. So yeah, we've done a pretty good job on this side of the house. So it's just the remainder of the house that we've got to do. But if I take you under here, again, you can see some of the painting close up, and it really makes a difference. And now I'm really excited to clean the windows. we're leaving this at the moment because, to be honest, I can do that, and the painters are much better off spent using the scaffolding while we have it. So this goes around the back of the house. I think I showed you in a previous video, and you'll see the joiner's been this morning and fitted those final few spindles up there, so I can now get them primed and finished, and then the painter's going to come back and finish off these top windows up here that just need doing. So yeah, and the nest that I put on my Instagram story is just under that gable there. I thought it was a wasp nest. I was quickly educated to find out that it's not. It's likely a swallow's nest, and they come back, so I won't be touching it. I'm just going to leave a patch underneath, just not painted. It's absolutely fine. I'd rather not touch the nest. Oh my god. The cats are living their best life. At this point it really is just their house, and we pay the mortgage. Here we are, nearly there. Sorry, I've just seen a cat is on the scaffolding. The cats have learned how to climb a ladder, which has been quite shocking to our painters, who suddenly realised there was one next to them while they've been painting the windows at the front. Anyway, I came up here to show you the spindles, so our joiner's just finished them. So I'm going to put some primer on and then come back and do some top coat probably tomorrow. Probably need to do another layer of top coat. So this side of the house gets the worst amount of weather. It really gets battered, because it's kind of the most exposed. If I show you all the way around, and also it's the trickiest to get to because of the cellar, so it has to be scaffolding. Obviously, apart from ladders, you can't use a cherry pick or get anything else around there. So me and Jack really want to get this side watertight and done, and not have to come up here again for as long as we can possibly avoid it. So yeah, so the paint, we're really going to kind of put a few layers on and hope that it gives us a few good years. So we've been married 2 weeks, and Jack thinks he may have lost his wedding ring in the boat at my mum's house, where he was trying to help 2 more hen chicks who had fallen out of their nest. So he filled it with hay to help get rid of some of the water after emptying it, and after that he's not seen his wedding ring. So now between the 2 dogs, that's Brie, and my sister's dog, we're trying to find the wedding ring. So looks like we're getting the metal detector out. Good morning, 7 a.m. Friday. It's one of those beautiful warm summer mornings where you wake up and you literally feel like you could be in Florida. I also thought while I was here I'd take you and show you one of the new additions to the orchard. Now if you follow us on Instagram you might have already seen this. Also I'll just do this view behind us. So I'm going to precariously approach. Right, let me know what you all think to this. We have bees. Jack has a friend who's a beekeeper who rang him last Sunday and said, I'm splitting a hive, you've always wanted bees. So we now have bees. So this is their temporary house. Excuse my ignorance when it comes to the right phrases. So Jack's got to get a proper beehive for them, but at the moment they've just introduced the queen and gone through that process, which is a thing in itself. He ordered a bee off the internet and it arrived. I'll let Jack explain a little bit more about that in his YouTube. But yeah, we now have bees in the orchard, and apparently they're very happy. The beekeeper's been back, is very happy with their progress. So the aim is to fill the orchard with bees. We've got the meadow behind, which is completely left wild, and we're hoping to do this the other field on the other side exactly the same. So we should have some very happy bees. Jack wants Duncombe House honey. He thinks that's gonna make us our millions. I'm not too sure, but I will happily eat Duncombe House honey for the rest of my life. We have Bree and Quincy here today. Wow, my sister and brother-in-law are both working, so this is going to be productive, keeping an eye on both of them. We don't usually bring Bree just because she's only a year old and she's a little bit more bedlam on a building site, whereas Quincy's pretty chilled. Also, not really sure how she gets on with the cats, so this will be interesting. Oh. Are you gonna be friends? Yeah. So that's Bree drinking out of the pond. Prime example as to why we usually don't bring her to the building site. She'll probably get in there in a second. Oh, this is quite tense. Bree. Back on the scaffolding, and today we are repointing verges. Thanks, Jack. So at the moment I need to scrape out all the old cement that's all cracking and falling apart, and then Jack's going to come behind and fill all the holes with what we're using, Jack? NHL5 lime mortar. There you go. From Womersley. So as you can see, all the white in there is all what I've got to get out. You can see some of the gaps where I've got some of it out, and I've got to slowly get more out, but you have to be really careful not to crack or chip the tiles when you're getting it out, and Jack needs a couple of centimetres deep to be able to fill in between each tile, otherwise it won't hold properly. So yeah, it's going to be a painstaking task, but it will look great at the end. As these top bits of scaffolding are going to come down on Monday, I'd show you the top level, the views. As much as I'm going to be so happy when the scaffolding's down, I really am going to miss the views from up here. So I'm also going to be careful where I walk. Fields at the back, that's the drive at the back. See the outbuildings down there. Broken ladder that we're no longer using. Jack's flaunting. The chimneys look pretty good, nothing's cracked. And Clive has turned a fantastic reddy colour. I have to say, I absolutely love this tree. I think it really is such a showstopper part of the front of the house, but I really hate in autumn when all these leaves come down and the gutters are just overflowing. But anyway, we're lucky to have it, really. So I'm here early to do some more work on the outside of the house. I've got the chimney pots, which you might be able to see behind me. One of them, you can just see it in the camera there, is particularly covered in soot, so I'm going to have a go at cleaning them, because tomorrow that top layer of scaffolding is coming down, which is great. All the chimneys have been repointed, there's no longer smoke coming out the side, we light the fires, so we are moving in the right direction. And then I've also got to put a few more layers of top coat on some of these spindles now the joiners have been, and put them back on. And I also was been jet washing the guttering, the cast iron gutters that we have, to get off the old paint that was all flaking off. So I've been doing that this week, so I'm going to give them a coat of hammerite paint, because we want to get them back up as well. So yeah, slowly but surely we are restoring, putting the house back together. Jack, meanwhile, is still working on the bay windows, just carrying on. So yeah, we're just trying to tick off as many jobs. You just think like, oh, we just need to paint that, or we just need to do that, and then we're done. And then you look at the gutters, you're like, we need to empty them. All the gutters are all blocked. We need to unblock them. They're all falling apart. We need to mend them. So the jobs go on, but we're moving in the right direction. Okay, so I feel like it's important to document the failures. I thought I could scrub 100 years of soot off this. You can't. Well, I can't. It didn't work with strong washing up liquid. It hasn't worked with bicarbonate of soda. I'm sure there's probably lots of other things I could use, but nothing that I can really get my hands on right now. So I'm going to abandon this job because it's quite a thankless task, and I'm going to go back to painting gutters. So that was another week complete at Duncombe House. I feel like it's gone well in some ways. After I did the chimney scrubbing, I obviously googled it, went out, bought bicarbonate of soda, was like, this is going to work, it's going to be great. Didn't work at all. So if anyone knows a better way of doing it, please let me know in the comments. Next week, we have a very busy week. We have got our summer fete party. That's going to be a lot of work, turning a building site into a child-friendly, pretty garden party venue. So stay tuned on that one.